I am, as Marilyn said, from the Bronx. I am an activist, advocate around like the social determinants of health, and yeah, I'm honored just to be here to support my bestie, and that you guys came out. And this environment, shows that everyone here is, how they say there are people who believe words are actions, but really actions is actions. Actions always speaks louder than words, and the fact that you guys came means you guys are really dedicated, and to have this food justice roundtable talk, where all of us are experts in some kind of way in what we do on a daily basis in regards to our activism and passion around trying to just make changes for the betterment of our people and our community. So I'm just gonna step off my soapbox and turn it back, and here we go.
And I just want to share quickly of how a girl from the Bronx even cares about sustainability, food justice, or anything like that, because it definitely wasn't taught to me at home or in my community. I saw it in my community. I saw Miss Luella's cheese line with the horrible things in cans and unhealthy food to feed people who are already malnutrition. That's the struggle where I'm at. To see a community who is heavily saying, there's so many movements going on with NYC. I'm going to email everyone. I cannot memorize every last one of them, but I do have a list that I can say it is happening. 1.5 million has shared. But the point is, we shouldn't have a food system that kills us anyway to begin with. So some of us are kind of hasty when you want to tell me that my kid will be eating better in 10 years. It's our goal. City Council just passed this, they have this new initiative. Okay, so until it gets off the ground, we're gonna just keep staying sick. We're gonna have more kids who have diabetes or overweight. We're gonna continue to have this until legislation meets the people, meets the neighborhood. That is uncomfortable to me, and that's how, when I'm working in the kitchen, I'm like, oh, this is shiny. Oh, kitchen is dope. Being a chef is dope. But I don't want to feed people unhealthy food, and I don't want to feed people food that came from across the country, because it doesn't make sense. And my passion with the environment, when I was in 7th grade, I started a recycling program. And I remember knocking on people's door in the middle of a crack hour, and they're like, B, get the F off my door. And I was like, I told you, ain't nobody gonna join no recycling. And we did. We were the first building on T-Bout to start the recycling program. Nobody was happy about that. But this has been in me since I was very young, but never really having an understanding. My mom paid tuition for me to go to school. No one taught me about the environment. It was grown. Climate change was out in the 90s. People were speaking about it. It was not important. They didn't relate it to food. They didn't relate it to land. None of that is taught to you. So it's just cute, even though hashtags weren't around back then. It was just cute hashtags. Mm-hmm. Just something to say, hey, I heard about that. But what are we gonna do about it? Because when I walk into a school, when I started, I was working more in the gardens and a lot of times the gardens, you would meet people who are already into gardening, or the type who are already like, yeah, I'm changing my life. But when I started working in the schools, you get kids acting raw. So all those adults who are on the grants about self-care Wednesday, the kid has had ramen noodles, okay? I don't know if that's self-care. I ain't trying to hate on no mom. I swear I'm not. I'm not, because she already gave me my face. I'm not judging. That's not judging or food shaming. But we have to have balance, because the same self-care I'm working with, I'm just talking about the young generation. Mm-hmm. Not all of us, high 30s and up, who got it together. I'm talking about that young generation who views life very different. In 2019, they view everything as a video, or a video that possibly is about to be made. I hear make a video in class more than I hear let's talk. We should do a video. They're not gonna talk. And that's how I get them to talk, because they want to do a video. So we are accountable for what we put on social media, because they're watching us and they think self-care is, my mom does her hookah, true story, her hookah, and her wine. She drinks good wine though, and she be taking care of her life. And I said, okay, what I should do? I never shake carrots. Single mom, we don't eat carrots every day, okay? And we can't afford in this neighborhood to eat really fresh food all the time. I can't afford it all the time. We know this.
It's just not even available.
It's not.
That's
But
It used to be.
and we were
we
lucky
grew up, it
when we
used to
grew
be.
up. It used to
There was
be.
fruit stands everywhere. Sorry.
No, this
With
is what
real
it's
fruit.
about. This is
With
what the
real fruit.
conversation started.
Like with
Yes.
real fruit.
And I grew up in a house where there wasn't barely no fruit in the house. My mother made everything out of can. She put can, box, rice box, can, and she wasn't not caring about us. She did not love. My mom loved me. You know what I mean? She
Yes,
made
she
a lot
did.
of.
Yes,
She makes
she
a
does.
lot of sacrifices. You know
Yes,
what I
she
mean?
did.
To help create who I am. And in the hood, yes, I know her
That's
advocate.
right.
That's how my
Yes.
mom's advocate right there. Thank you.
She's a good woman.
But
She's a good woman.
yes, she is a
She
good
is.
woman. I
She
hope you
is.
send her this video. I love my mom.
She took me in when I had nowhere else to go. That's why that's my sister.
Yes, that's
Yep.
why she's my sister.
That's right. I lived with her for
And
years.
you know what? And that you are so right. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. My mom did, and that was that's a part of this.
She would take anybody in.
She would have, and we had mind y'all, I lived in a
One bedroom apartment.
My mom was taking people in almost
She
every
would
year.
take any.
And she's one of them. And but it was like, she's my sister because my mother wasn't taking people in. And you like, this ain't your house. It wasn't that environment. She took you in. You was family. And we were family. And you don't see that. It's like, oh, you need to play. And it's like, it wasn't because your dad had magical friendship. It was just like, I love my kids.
Help.
I need help.
That's right.
And that's what they did in that era. I need
right.
help. We used to knock on doors. Down my mother was like, I'll pay her back on Friday, but go on the first floor and get that bread.
Right.
Oh, we go get this from. I can't knock on none of my neighbors' door.
No.
Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn. And I'm not talking about white or black. I'm talking about the energy. Brooklyn. And then you go to these environments. I loved it, like the Brooklyn Food Co-op. Right? But I went to the event and they're like, we want your feedback. I said, do you really? Because I walk in this room and everyone sounds like this. And hi. Whether they were black, Asian, white, everyone spoke the same, dressed the same. And I'm like, how you gonna get the dudes on my block in front of the building to come up in here? Because they need to eat good too.
That's right.
It's not a preference on what kind of black
That's
people
right.
deserve to eat.
Yeah.
They're not gonna feel comfortable in here. So like everything is like, oh, healthy. Now we segregated. Oh, and I told someone recently, I'm like, they soon gonna have water fountains. They're gonna say vegan meat eater. You can only drink water if you don't eat meat. You can't drink out of my faucet. I mean, people won't sit and eat with you if you eat. Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
That's real.
Exist?
Yes.
A vegan and a meat eater faucet?
Don't start no rumors, Claire. Starting already.
Could you not, like, I've been to an Airbnb where it's like, we prefer if you don't cook meat because none of this has been touched by meat eaters.
Oh.
Please, welcome. Come on in.
That's what's so peaceful. I just need to put it out there, like, please don't use my knives.
Yes.
Because these knives have never touched.
Yes. But you're renting a space.
But let's talk about diet as a form of, separation. That's real.
Diet. As someone who can stand before you and spend my entire teenage years bulimic, ask my cousin if anyone knew what bulimia was when I was bulimic. They're like, what the F you doing throwing up? Or like, what do we think? Like, you don't like having curves? And, that's what's normal. But it wasn't. I wasn't doing it to be skinny. I was doing it, well, yeah, I was. But I also was doing it because it felt good. Like, it just felt like I was in control of some kind of pain. But that's how I view diet. Every time I hear the word diet, I think of anorexia. I think of eating disorders because you may not fully be anorexic or bulimic, but when food is causing you stress, eating is causing you like, oh my God, what am I gonna eat? Where am I going tonight? The kids, like when it's causing you that much stress to just do something that is mandatory, we have to be cautious because we may be blessed, but there's a lot of parents who cannot feed their children. Brooklyn has 480 something thousand food insecure people out of the 2 million that live here. It's one of the most food insecure boroughs, even though the Bronx is poorer than, but it's still in like 80% of it is food insecure. The Bronx has about 60% is food insecure. You know, I mean, the whole Bronx food insecure. I don't get what they say. Bronx and Pelham, y'all good. Bronx and Pelham on the spot. They got food. Everywhere else, they don't know. Morris Park.
Morris Park, we are right.
Whatever.
We are. I ain't gonna lie.
Morris Park is in the middle, but I just bring in these things. I want to hear from you what you're seeing. But this is just me sharing my experience with food. My experience with food started with canned food, not because we were broke, but that's just what we ate. It wasn't a big deal to cook fresh. Then it turned into eating salad to be skinny. Food was about being skinny and staying on a diet and watching your weight. And it's like, oh, I learned more about food. Oh no, food's gonna kill me because of chemicals. It's layers and layers, and what they feed our most precious thing, which is our future, is chemicals. And that is the key of why I'm even here. Because when it was a fight for adults, I'm being honest, it wasn't as important to me as it is when I walk, and sorry, but when I walk into a classroom with children who just don't have any, like they don't have access to what nutrition is, but some bougie, artificial bullshit that they don't have access in their house. And now you go to school to strive. Everyone looks different than your mama, and you have to strive to be like these people and live in this world that they live in, which success is. Then you go back home to your house and have to feel uncomfortable. Because that's how they freaking feel. They feel uncomfortable in their own house with their hardworking parents because they can't fit into this Gucci popping era of eating garbage. And when you ask them, what is wellness? They're like, oh, someone doing yoga, a white lady doing a pose. Ooh, who's that? It's so funny, but you go around and you hear what they think being well is. It's like, yo, we fucked up, man. Because that's not fair. It's not fair. It wasn't fair to us, and it's not fair to the next generation. And if we don't change these conversations, not saying to go home and do what Instagram and Facebook tells you to do, like strip your, look at this, oh, when I see a mom of 5 and she got jars, one big carrots in the refrigerator, and I'm like, ew, I don't care about your carrots and your jars. But we have to have a middle ground, because for us out here on this hustle and bustle with so little time, 3 kids, I'm telling you, this is why I'm not trying to comfort parents, because I could have a morning where I'm on time and one of my kids throw a tantrum. The whole day changes, but no one, then you get to a building, no one takes that in consideration. Oh my God, it's hard to make lunch because this happened, but it's possible. I'm here and I have Melinda, I told her I don't care. Her and I, our daughters, went to Brooklyn Free School, and it was my first school that I sent my kids to. If anyone ever heard of a free school, is a form of education that hippies started in the 70s, where the kids are in charge of the class and the curriculum. So it's called democratic education. Mm-hmm. And so that's how we met at that school years ago. And we had to make lunch. So I was a child. I had a little baby and 2 kids, and I was in the middle of a divorce. I was just like, this is ridiculous! But I did it because I had to, right? You see what I'm saying? Because I had to. We need to have to. It needs to be mandatory. Like she said, because I have to. She doesn't even cook. She's like, I can't cook, I don't like to cook. And that's why I felt that she would be a great representation of what if we just had to.
Who can cook?
That's how she describes. I'm not coming from a window. She knows.
I know.
She knows. And she's like, Marilyn, what do you need? Anytime she's like, what do you need? I can do anything for you to cook for you. But at the same point, she makes school lunch for her kid 5 days a week. You see what I'm trying to say? The media will tell you gotta be an expert on figuring shit out and then have you do nothing. Because that's what ends up happening, especially us. You could shine up anything you want, but unless you push someone out your body, like, I don't care what anybody tell me, I'm going hard for my kids to make sure they're safe. And I know all mothers do that. But we have been blinded, y'all, to think that they got our back. They are poisoning our children, and they need to be accountable. And I don't want to wait 10 more years, okay? I don't, and I think, as I close in this, because I want other people to talk, this is me saying this out loud, and I hope people can join. I really would like young people. This is my vision. May sound crazy, but just imagine a neighborhood where, because right now we are in an era where 25 to 35 do not have children. When I was 25, we all had kids. Most people had kids, but right now, from 25 to 35, they're not having kids as people did 20 years ago. So
is that a good or a bad thing?
What I'm listening to, it's just, it is, because from the people I've worked with and also working with Banana Kelly, the group of those teenagers and the interns they had at Kelly Street, I was having this conversation because all these new interns coming in, equipped, college degrees, doing their thing, have no interest in being mothers or fathers. And a lot of them will say, well, you know, I was raised single parent, it was hard, extremely stressed, and that is trauma, right? Things haven't changed much. But imagine if those who don't have children partnered with people who do have children.
We have to.
Everyone worked,
We have to.
and we helped go on a strike.
It's a
If we went
community.
on, if one mother effing school in Brooklyn, all the parents went on a school lunch strike, I'm telling you, mom effers won't have 10 years. You take their cash money, they don't give a F. I know I curse a lot, but I don't do what it say. They don't give a fuck about us. They give a fuck about money. It's obvious. It's a $1 billion corporation. DOE, $1 billion corporation. We know their money got blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. The point is, put your money in mother effing food because my kid's not going to get smarter eating fucking shit. My kid's going to keep failing tests because these chemicals trigger brown children. No, we don't have an epidemic of mothers being fucked up and they have these kids with these issues because that's how they talk about us. Ain't nothing wrong with us mothers. Mothers are doing a great job. Fathers are doing their best. We are doing our best. But if you are feeding our kids shit, why, if Rashida came and told her mom, you know, I can't feed the kids no more, not just said you weren't her mom. She told you that. I can't feed the kids anything healthy. I don't got it. A, C, mother, F, and S, right? The school would do it. If you went and told a teacher that. But the school can be mean to our kids and give our kids shit. There's no one to call on them. So they can tell a kid, these kids don't eat, they come here for a free lunch. So they should come here and get poisonous food that does not even offer them nutrients. It's offering them a calorie that's sugar-based. That's gonna dissolve in a half hour, that's why they're starving. So you're not in trouble for starving children? That's not against the law, only when a brown mother does it? They call ACE, they have such high numbers of ACS being called on brown mothers for fucking being late. Right or wrong, Rashida?
Right.
For being late to school, they will call ACS on you, but you can feed our kids garbage. I'm closing with that because if we went on a strike, I said that to say they only care about money
Yep.
and control. You, two schools, one building, that's News 12 will be here.
Yep.
Because you messing 30 days of making school lunch, and my ass is, we all know, right? And I do it because I don't have a choice. So what if we just thought we don't have a choice? That's all. Anyone want to?